Hey everybody, welcome to another deck profile. I'm DPS TCG Central, and today we are doing a yellow baby deck profile. So, Super Baby 2, Awakened Malevolence, I believe it said. Now, this card is super strong. This used to be my main when the card first came out. Um, it is a powerhouse. I choose to use this leader. A lot of people use the starter deck leader instead. I like to play a little bit more mid-range and a little more safe. The starter deck versions are really like a go all-in version, and this is kind of more of a mid-range. You draw a lot of cards to defend yourself, but also your chain comes out just like it does um, in the other version. I just play the heftier version of it. So let's get it started. So on the Unawakened side, it's Super Baby 1. He's got a character trait that he's a Saiyan, which is important. He's a yellow Saiyan. He's also got a Vegeta character trait. So active main, once per turn, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your hand. And then you can look at the top 3 cards at the top of your deck, and you could choose one baby or brainwashed card from among them, and then add them to your hand. And then you put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then when this is at 4 or less, this card, you can awaken and draw 2 cards. And then when he awakens, he turns into Super Baby 2, Awakened Malevolence. Auto once per turn when the power of your opponent's leader card is reduced to 0 or less, this card gains triple attack for the duration of the turn. And then it's got an active main. Once per turn, you can choose up to 1 brainwash card in your hand and play it for free. So just a little more extra oomph for the deck. Playing some brainwash cards for free is really good. All right, so I guess we'll start with the brainwash cards. I run a small brainwash package. I might up it, but right now it's really running well. It's really smooth the way it runs. So the first one I run is 4 of the Sun Gohan brainwashed. It's just a skillless 20k 2-drop. It's just a beater. It comes out for free, and then you're attacking with a 20k every turn. It's really good. Your opponent either has to negate it, or they have to take the damage, or they have to combo out of it. So it's really, really strong, especially because you awaken pretty fast. It's really good to put some pressure on. And then we have ways in this deck, as the leader said, once your opponent's leader's life total goes to 0, trying to get over this is just crazy. They got to get to 20k first, and then they have to combo 1 more over that. So they have to use 25k in combos just to get over it when this happens. So another brainwash card I run is the Bulma Brainwashed. It's just a blocker. It's good to have a little more defense, especially for free. But the cool thing with this is when this card is KO'd, you can choose up to 1 baby in your drop area, and you can add it to your hand. So we play a lot of baby cards. I'll show you in a little bit. But when this dies, you can grab one from your drop area, bring it back to your hand. Comes in handy a lot of the times. I'll show you why. I might actually bump this to 4 because it's just such a good card. And defensively, it's really great. All right, so now we're going to talk about the baby package. For starters, you want to see all the cards in your hand as soon as possible and make sure that your chain is going to work out and everything. So they came out with this card for support for the baby decks. Dr. Mew, the Mastermind. So only one of these cards, so 1 Mew, the Mastermind, can be played in your battle area. And if you have a red-yellow multicolor energy, you can play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. So it's free. This is your turn 1 most of the time. But you can also play it on other turns. But if you have a red, yellow, multicolor energy in your energy area, you could just play this for free. So when you play this, if your leader card is a yellow baby card, which it is, when this card is played, choose up to 1 yellow baby card with energy cost 1 in your deck and play it. Then shuffle your deck, and then you can't play copies of this card for the turn. So you play this, and then it goes and gets this baby. I only run 3 because I'm tight on space, and you don't want to do it any more than 2 or 3 times anyway. I mean, you could, but you need space for other stuff. So permanent, you can only play 1 of these in your battle area. So its auto is when this card, if your leader is a yellow baby and you have a red, yellow multicolor energy, when you play this card, you could draw 3 cards and then choose 2 cards in your hand, and then you put them in your drop area. So you draw 3. You can figure out what you need for your whole combo, and then the rest can go in the drop area. And some cards actually need to be in the drop area, or they're just better in the drop area for what your combo does and a few other things in this deck. So it's really, really good. So like a Vegeta GT would help in this deck. I'll show you in a little bit. We run some arrivals, so we run these super combos. Plus, this is really good because you can get rid of some pesky little things. But it's a super combo, red, yellow, so it's good for arrival. And if your leader card is red or yellow, when you combo with this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 10,000 for the turn. So if anything's attacking you, you can get plus 10, and you can neg them minus 10,000. So any battle card attacking you, it'll have to get over it's basically like a 20k super combo with a battle card. So it's really, really good. Or you could kill something that's 10k or less. So with that, we arrival this card here. Super Baby 1 All-Consuming Terror. So it's got a Union Absorb. So if your leader card is yellow, a yellow baby, and you have 4 Brainwashed cards in your drop area, and you place them under this card, you could choose one Super Baby 2 Malicious Majesty in your deck or hand and put it on top of this card. I'll get to that card in a little bit. I'll show you the whole combo, but you can pay 2 energy, and then take 4 of your Brainwash in your drop area, which you have blockers, so they'll go in there. But also, like with this card, you can draw 3, and then you can put some Brainwash in the drop area to get this effect. And then you could play a big boss monster on top of this. But also, we use this. It's a 4-drop baby for an older card, which I'll show you next. It's really safe. It's an arrival for 1 yellow, but it has a barrier. So it's really, it sticks to the board a lot of the times. So I'll put this one here. So this is an older card. It's a promo, and it is super good, especially in this deck. So it's Super Baby 1 Parasitic Menace. So it's got an X evolve. So for free, you can evolve this onto a red baby with energy cost of 4. So this is red yellow, so it counts as a red baby with energy cost of 4. So you play this for 1, it comes out, and then for free you can evolve this onto it. And when this card evolves onto the card, you could draw 1 card and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and you can't play copies of this card for the turn. It also has a active main. You could choose 1 baby card with energy cost 6 in your hand and play it on top of this card. So I'll show you what we do. But this thing alone is really strong. It's a 25k double strike that comes out for free if you have a 4-drop baby out, which comes out for 1. So you pay 1 energy, you play this, you evolve this on top of it, you draw a card. It has double strike 25k, and also you can what's that? Get this other ability, the active main, which I'll show you right now. So 6-drop or 6-drop baby gets played on top of this if you pay 1 red energy. Usually do this on your turn 2. And then we play this bad Larry right here. Hold on 1 second. Apocal Grudge Great Ape Baby. So this card is a beast monster. You're doing this your turn 2. So you got a 30k triple strike that comes out. And once per turn, when this card attacks or when your opponent plays a battle card, if your leader card is a machine mutant, which it is, you get to draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it loses 20k power for the duration of the turn. So it's a once per turn, and it's either when this card attacks or when your opponent plays a card. So on their turn, when they play a card, it'll get minus 20k right off the bat, and you draw a card. Really, really pesky, and they always try to get rid of it. And I'll show you a little trick we do when they try to do that. Such a good card. For your turn 2, it comes out. Oh, so let me show you the combo real quick. So turn 1, you'll play this card here, and this will go get this. And then when you play this, you have a yellow and a red battle card out. And on your turn 2, you'll play another energy, so you have a red and a yellow energy. And then you attack with your leader, and you can use this card and this card that you just put out last turn. Combo with them, so you have a red and a yellow. Your leader becomes a 20k, so this is a red and yellow. And when you combo with these, you could arrival this guy for 1. So then he comes out for 1 energy, and it's pretty much free because you played these the first turn, and it's a red and a yellow. And he comes out. Then you have him in your hand, and you can evolve onto him for free. Now you have a double strike 20k. If you want to tap out, you can pay 1 energy, and then for 1 energy, you play this giant 30k triple strike, which negs your opponent 20k, and you draw a card. So you draw 2 cards also in this whole combo. Now this is a turn 2 combo, Super, super strong. Unbelievable. It's almost like a rush deck, but you're playing big monsters. It's really mid-range. Now, you can play it safe, and you can wait till turn 3 to do it, or however you need to play your opponent. So that's where the mid-range comes in with this deck. All right, so another card we play, like I said, they'll try to kill that the next turn because it's a triple attack, and anytime they play something, it enfeebles them by giving minus 20k to any of their creatures. So we play 2 of these. So on the next turn, when you say pass and you're tapped out, they're probably going to try to kill this. If they try to kill it, this card here, Baby Vengeful Blow, you could choose one. Okay, so it's got a permanent. Only one of these can be in the battle area at a time. When a baby card with original cost of 30,000, which is like one of these guys, when it's removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, you may play this card from your hand. So if they kill this thing, they KO it on your next turn when you pass. They'll go in your drop area, and then you can just play that for free. So now that's sitting there and waiting for your next turn. And then it's got another ability. It's a Union Absorb up top. Now you could choose one Vegeta GT card in your drop area and place it under this card. And then you could choose one baby in your hand with 30k power and play it on top of this card. So you could play another one of these on top if you want to, or you could play a few other cards that we play that are also 30ks, and they're also babies. And I'll show you what they are right here. The first one we play is 2 of these. Well, actually, I'll go with these first because this is the combo. So we play 3 of these. This is Super Baby 2, Malicious Majesty. If you have 4 Brainwashed cards in your drop, you could also play this for 2 with this guy, if that's an option that you might need to use. But most of the time, it comes out with this combo. So with this card here, it's got Offering. So if you don't know what it means, when you play this card, they have to crit a life from their life, which means they take a card and they put it in their drop area instead of bringing it to their hand. Or if they don't do that, you get to draw 2 cards. So it's just more draw power, which is really, really strong. And it also has Deflect, so there's no stopping it from coming out, really. Now, when you play this card, you can just choose 3 cards in your hand, and you can place them in your drop area, and then you choose 1 card in your life. And then you could choose your opponent's leader card and all of their battle cards, and they get minus 20k for the turn, and they have all their non-keyword skills negated. So you'll take this card. So they killed this guy, and he's got a Union Absorb. So Evolve, which has all the Vegeta cards like this one underneath it. So when he dies and you bring him out, there's automatically going to be Vegetas in your drop area. So like this is a Vegeta GT, if you can see the text down here, right here. And it'll automatically be in there. So you could take a Vegeta GT, put it under the Vengeful Blow Baby, and then you could play this card for free right on top of it. And then you can discard 3 cards minus a life, and now your opponent's leader goes to 0. And this guy here is huge because he gets triple strike, and he's only a 10k, but your opponent's leader is a 0, so it has to get above that 10k before anything. That's triple attack. Also, with the Brainwash ability, you're playing out guys like this for free, so that's another huge threat. If you have 2 of these guys on the boards, again, say you did a turn 2 because it's free, these become a threat because your opponent's leader is at 0, so it still has to combo out of this when you attack, which is really good. Even this card, which is only 1,000, it still has to combo at least once to dodge the attack. So it's still an attack that could get him. Never mind if you comboed out one of these again. So you'll have a lot of stuff going on. Another thing I like to do is after they're at 0 and you play this card, I play 2 more. So we play 3 of these guys, the Majesties. So he'll be out on top of this guy. And then I run 2 of these also, which you usually see all these. They have Offering. We have another card that searches out Offering. I'll show you in a moment. But it's got an X Evolve for 2 energy. So this is turn 3 where this combo is most likely going off because you'll do your turn 2, tap out, defend. They'll kill the baby. Then you'll play this, and then you'll play this. So then they're at 0. You're attacking with a 30k. Your triple attack, your Brainwash. So it's a lot of pressure on them for turn 3. And then you'll have 3 energy open where you can do a number of things. If I'm going aggressive, I'll play this card on top. So you could play this card onto a baby with 5 or more. So this card that we just played out for free is a 5 or more baby. So you pay 2 more energy because you have 3 energy open. And now this card has double strike, but it also has offering again. So you play it again, and they either have to crit another life or you draw 2 more cards, which is really, really strong. And it's also got an active main. You could choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand, and you could choose up to your, one of your opponent's battle cards. I mean, leader cards. And it gets another minus 5,000. So you can minus it to 5,000 if you take another life, and you can go even harder into your boss monster. Really, really, really strong. I run 2 of those. They're searchable with this card I'll show you right here, which is a nice little tech that came out in the deck, for the deck. It's a championship card, actually. So Baby Janemba, Hatred and Evil Personified. So this card is weird. It's a unique. When you play a red, yellow, multicolored baby card, you can play this card for free. And then when you play it, you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck, and you can choose 1 card, up to 2 cards with offering, and add them to your hand. But if you chose 2 from your hand, you can discard 1 card. But if you choose 1 card, you don't have to discard anything. So as soon as you play this guy with the arrival turn 2, this guy comes out also and becomes another threat. So it's just another free play once you play this. And then it searches your offering, which is most likely this guy, because you'll have him in your hand, and you're just setting up everything for what's about to happen. It's just really, really good. The pressure you can get from this is huge. And once you 0 your opponent's leader, then you can just have all this free advantage and swing on them. And there's not a lot they can do, like a 16K. They have to get to 20K, and then they have to combo 1 more just to get over it, to survive it. So it's really, really strong. You're negging your leader, your opponent's leader, like crazy. Also, another card that we play. So like I said, we have 3 energy open on that turn. If you want to swing with him, instead of evolving the other grade 8 baby for 2, and you can keep all your 3 energy open, is say you attack, you get him down to maybe 1 life, and you have 1 more swing. You could swing and with whatever, any of these things. And if they go to negate it, you have 3 energy open. Boom. You could do cooler. Swift retaliation cooler. So it's a counter. So if they try to counter, you can counter their counter, play this card. They use their energy for the counter, and then you draw a card. And if you have 5 or more cards in rest mode, you can draw another card. But also it's another 15K attacker, and they're still at 0 life. So it's a really good tech, especially on your turn 3 if you're trying to be aggressive and going for game and not playing too mid-range but more rushy. So really, really good. Another card I play to kind of push for game is this. So I've run this in almost all my decks. It's so strong. And this deck, it is even crazier because you're putting your opponent's leader to 0, and you're coming in with all this aggression, and they're going to try to exhaust, and they're going to try to stay alive by using all their energy and negates and everything they can to stay alive with all this stuff. And then suddenly you drop this guy at the end, and then it's 2 more 25K attacks. So there's not a lot they can do. If they're at 0 or minus 5K, because you can put them to 0. No, you do minus 20K, so they're minus 5. And then you can do this and minus them 10. So they're minus 10, and then you're swinging with a 25K. So they have to get to at least 45K combo to not get hit by this. It's insane. Or actually, no, 50K combo just not to get hit by this. So that's really strong. I'm thinking about bumping this to 2 just because it's really, really strong. In this deck, especially. We also play this card. So like I said, this baby over here, it searches cards with offering, right? So this card here, SS4 Son Goku, a heartfelt plea. This actually got limited to just 1 per deck, which made it really hard to run and play. But with this card, it is really good. You'll see it the majority of the time. And what it does is, it's got triple strike. It's got offering. So when you play it, they have to crit a life or you draw 2. It's pretty much a free play. You could choose up to 1 of your red battle cards with 25K power or more and place it in its owner's drop area. When your leader card activates an awaken, you can play this card from your hand. So there's so many ways. But say you play this card and then you evolve this onto it. This is a 25K red battle card. Saying so you could just go this far, evolve onto this, draw 1 card, attack with a double strike, and then you could kill this. And when you kill that, you can awaken and then play this for free. So now you automatically have a triple strike offering that comes on the board for free, 30k. It's really, really strong and it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. It's really good. And in this deck with that card, it almost pops off. It probably like 75 to like 85% of the time. You see it a lot. It's unbelievable actually how much you do see this happen. But that's just the one of the little tech I run. It's really, really strong. Defensive package, 2 Nimbus, really, really good. They come up. It's pretty much a floodgate. You discard a card, and it's good if you discard one in this deck. You draw so many, and you also can put Brainwash cards, and then you have Vegeta GTs in your drop area for what you need them for the rest of the deck. It is red, yellow, and Topo costs 1 red, and it's not leader locked, and the rest is you can just pay 1 yellow energy, and you can play this card. Excellent card to run. I know it's a yellow deck. We play a lot of red in it. You'll always be able to play this card. You play 2 energy, you discard a card, you play this card, and your opponent cannot attack unless they discard 2 cards from their hand. It's a huge, huge floodgate. We do tap out sometimes when we're aggressive. So some extra free defense is really good. We run 3 of these freezes armies. If you play the token blocker, so you take a life if you're at 5 or less. You could play this card. This helps you self-awaken. Say you only want to do the ability 1 time and you let your opponent hit you and they leave you at 5. You can use this to finish awakening. But it is a counterattack. You take 1 life if you're 5 or less. You can play it for free. It negates the attack and then it plays a blocker token. And it only has blocker for the turn. So say you don't use your blocker token. The next turn it's like a 10k token that you can attack with, and when you 0 your leader, it's just another threat. So if your opponent's leader, when it gets 0'd, it's just another huge threat. So it's really, really good. Like I said, we run short on energy, so for our secret rare, we want to play as much free stuff as possible. We choose Pan. Acts as like a floodgate sometimes, and it's really good. And like I said, it's a 40k for free, so it's another free attack if you need to go for game. If you 0 your leader out and you just need 1 more push, it's a 40k. Good luck getting over a 40k. You're going to have to combo like 45, 50k right off the bat, you know? This deck is really, really good. It's in a nice place right now. I've won a bunch of games with it, and I'm going to keep taking it to where it needs to go. But for Rush being dead right now because of all the bans that happened, this one definitely can perform in a more Rush fashion. But like I said, I can lean back with this leader if I need to, and I can play my topos. I don't have to do everything turn 2. I can set my turns back 1. So like turn 3, turn 4, I'm doing it. So I have some more energy open to play defensively. It's really, really good. I love it. This leader is so cool. It's a different take. Everybody plays the starter deck, baby, which is really good. But the way I play decks and the way I like to be a little mid-range control, at the same time be aggressive, and I like pivot decks. I think this one is really versatile. I can do whatever. So I'm DBS TCG Central. Thanks for coming to another video. I'm trying to keep the spice going. I want to try new and different decks for everybody because it's getting a little bland in the meta. So I want to build really powerful competitive decks and show you guys, and maybe you can tweak them and then do what you need to with them and then really change up the meta as much as possible. That's my goal. But you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on YouTube now, obviously. You could also check my eBay store. I'll leave links for all of this in the description below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you guys for coming to another video. I appreciate it. I'm also going to start doing a few pack openings. I'll do them in my shorts. So look out for those also. All right, guys. Have a good one.